Let's make a bucket hat perfect for summer. This is a reversible hat, so you can use two different colors. I have this really fun fleece fabric and then a white fabric, and what I'm going to do is cut out the pattern pieces, so I'll have them linked in my blog. You want to cut out one of each for the top portion, and then you'll cut out 4 different pieces for the rim of the hat. Everything will be linked on there though for the amount of pieces you need. In addition, you're going to want to cut out some interfacing for the, brim of the hat in a way so that it stands up a little bit more. This is an optional step. You do not have to do this. I found that it did help though. I did a hat with it and a hat without it. When you add your interfacing, you're just going to want to press it through to make it sure that it's nice and stuck to your fabric to make it a little stiffer. Then we're going to be with right sides together, pinning that first portion of the hat to each other for both the outside portion and then for your lining as well. You're only going to want to do one side of this though, as we're going to leave the other side open in case we need to make any minor measurement adjustments when we're adding it to that circle, that top portion of the hat. So now I'm going to go through and just take a straight seam across for both the lining of the hat and the outside. Now for the second seam on the other side, what I'd recommend is maybe just measuring it out to make sure it is going to fit, and then you can take that seam. Once you have both the seams done, you're going to press open your seams so that they lay nice and flat for the fabric, and then we're going to be matching with right sides together that circle piece of fabric we cut out with the, what I'll call like the hat body, and we'll do this for the second fabric as well, so like for your lining material. Now the pattern pieces should match up perfectly, but at any point if you use like a cotton, it should have a little give for you. Once you have both done, you're just going to take a seam around the top to secure those pieces together. And here's what our hat is looking like so far. We have those 2 pieces, so now what it's time to do is actually work on the brim of our hat. So very similarly to how we did the body portion of the hat, you're going to be sewing up one edge of the 2 pieces that you have right side together. We're sewing up one edge for that, and then measure it with your hat to be sure that it does fit before you take that second edge. So just checking, double checking to make sure that it is the correct size. So now it is time to sew the brim onto the main hat body. You can do this just basically pinning it all up, very similar to how we did before, being sure to do it for both pieces. And now at this point, you should have something that resembles a hat, and you're going to pin them with right sides together to themselves and take a seam all the way around the outside of the brim, leaving about a 2-inch gap. This will allow you to turn it. So now the main construction, I would say, on my hat is complete. It is time to turn it. So you just go ahead, flip it right side out, and you'll see that you have something that pretty much resembles a hat. So now it's time for us to work on the brim. So we're going to go around and take a stitch all the way around the brim and then add a few more lines just to give it a little bit more stability and structure. I did them about an inch in, so I would go on my sewing machine, I saw where the inch marker was, and I would just move the brim of the hat out to that marker, and I repeated this until I got all the way to the edge, so where we sewed the brim to the main portion of the hat, and then I took a seam around there as well. Once I had that complete, I trimmed off the extra threads and my hat was done. It's so cute. I love how it's reversible and machine washable, so you'll be able to wear it so many different times. And I can't wait to give it to my mom. If you like this video and want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe.